Hello again, welcome back to Asgard, and welcome back to MC Eternal. So, since the last episode, I have been doing a little bit of work down here. We're going to be working down here today. Not on AE2 specifically, but on some tech stuff, because we're coming off of a big exploration phase, right? Doing the Between Lands, doing the Twilight Forest, and if you want to see more of the Between Lands, it has been added to. I have added it personally to Celestial Journey, and we'll be doing a bit on there as well. Probably a little bit more in depth on here because we're kind of just going through for the challenges and stuff like that, and checking out some mods that I want to check out, which will be actually after this tech phase that we're going to be working on. That'll be the next thing we are going to be doing, is checking out some mods that I'm actually really excited to check out that I haven't checked out before, and one in particular being the Midnight Dimension that I actually started this pack to check out, but I have since checked it out because I just couldn't wait, right? I was like, oh, I want to check this out. But anyway, so we finished out all the Twilight Forest quests, and I did manage to get a voodoo doll. So we have completed that. I just went to the Between Lands. I think I found about 10 loot scrolls just popping around, taking on the ruins using our creative jetpack, which is stored away in here at the moment. So we got some magenta stained glass, yay, and I also made some of these storage discs, and I've pretty much, our AE system is filled full of junk. Normally you wouldn't want to store equipment and stuff in this, but I'm just like, dump it all in there. Especially with default recipe ME drives, it's like, okay, they're, everything's basically free at this point. So we're just throwing them in there. And I also made up some acceleration cards for our inscribers. That way we can expand on our AE system and it not take a long time. I also set up over here, I set up another little cloche area. I need to build the walkway that kind of goes around on this side. But we do have another little cloche area, and so far I've added Signalum, Electrum, Inderium, Lumium, Blaze, and Sulfur. I want to get Blizz in this, but I don't have any Blizz rods. So we might work on that today. And I also added, over here I added Bronze and Invar into these drawers. So we have those available now as well. This brownstone, I run so fast, like I'm like running like I'm drunk like half the time. So anyways, but what we're going to start today is we have a lot of tech to just kind of wade through, just kind of slog through all this tech, because especially being in a kitchen sink pack where nothing's really gated, you have thermal expansion, you have immersive engineering, you have tech reborn, you have mechanism, you have Ender.io, all of which, and also technically nuclear craft, all of which do the same thing. They produce power, and they have some machines that process pretty much the same way. They either double ores, or they, just different stuff, and then mod-related stuff. It's basically just a lot of the same song and dance through all these tech mods. So we're going to start kind of slogging through some of this tech. Of course, I'm not a big tech person personally anyways. I'll do it, and I don't mind it. But generally, tech mods for me are always kind of the same thing. Whereas I like magic mods. Magic mods usually have a bit of lore and a bit more uniqueness to them. Tech mods tend to be one block. This machine does this because it does. And, so I don't know. Tech mods have never been super crazy interesting to me personally. But anyways, we're going to start with Ender.io today. I do believe. I think that's where I would like to start. I would also like to do one thing in particular. Our miner is done. So, of course, we're slowly working through mine colonies, which I found I'm mainly going through mine colonies right now, looking, I think, more so at the builds than doing something like we did on Sprout, like super in-depth. Because this pack, for one, we're kind of just going through the challenges and going through all this stuff and checking out a few mods here and there, and I'm most interested in the builds and things in this mod that we haven't done before. Because this mod pack puts mine colonies kind of in a precarious situation for the pack, because it has machines that do all this stuff in one block super fast. So mine colonies is kind of in this strange, and I've got magical crops that grow all my ores and stuff for me. But I do want to play around with some of the newer things, like the chicken herder's hut, the combat academy, the stone smeltery, the shepherd's hut. Some of this stuff we'll be focusing more in on. We've done the delivery man and the warehouse and all that stuff before in Sprout. And so what we're going to do today, we're going to go ahead and set up maybe like a lumberjack's hut, I think. Just go ahead and get through some of these that we've done before, get them out of the way, and so it kind of opens up the more interesting stuff for us to focus on a bit more later on, I think. I'm going to go ahead and just do a wood axe. I don't really need many of these. Okay, so let's go ahead and order our lumberjack's hut. There's that. Quest completed. Lumberjack's hut. And we got 8 strawberry jelly. Okay, just toss that into there. This wireless crafting terminal is going to be amazing for us, by the way. Okay, the sun's starting to set. I'm just going to pop on over. We can take a look at the miner, where it's at right now. Because he did say that he finished it, and he did. Great. So, this is what it looks like at the moment. And we do have an NPC that works in here at the moment. I've been steadily killing them for this quest, Genocide. I've got 12 kills so far. Which is strange because I had 10 and I killed one, Annabelle N. Gibbs. I killed her earlier and I guess it gave me credit for 2 kills or something. Now this is the guy that works at the mine. I'm going to kill him off. There we go. There's been a block button town hall message worker dead. Okay. And I'm going to kill her too. Neither of these have experience, and we need that genocide quest. Now, did I get credit for 2 kills, or... Yeah, I only got credit for 2 kills. I don't know why it gave me credit for 2 that one time. Oh, and cool, we got her intestines. So, let's see what's inside of her intestines. She had seeds inside of her intestines. Okay. Well, I don't want those. Anyways. So, we've got a lumberjack's hut. And, yeah, no, I didn't bring it with me, and it's out of range at the moment. Let me pop over. Let me grab our building tool real quick. And let's see about setting up our lumberjack's hut. And I don't know if I want it to be down kind of in the lowlands or what. Let's see. If we were to place this out, let's see what they look like first. That is absolutely atrocious. But that's only the level 1. So let's take a look at the level 5. That is what we've got for the level 5. Okay. And then there is like the acacia, which is like that. Okay. And then there's the birch. Seems like they get farther away from me. That's the birch. And then we've got the dark oak, which of course is very jungle themed going on here. I'm actually not as, but I guess it's supposed to be like treetop-ish or something. Not as crazy about it yet. Then there's the dwarven, which of course I'm not that crazy about them. There's the jungle, which, okay. It's like grown into a jungle tree, I guess. Oh, I see. Those are like pathways that exit out of it. Interesting. What does the level 1 jungle look like? Oh, like that. Okay. That jungle one seems like it'd be pretty cool to build with. I want to play a pack where you don't have a lot of tech. I would love a pack that's like gated without a lot of tech. You know, that's kind of what I'm doing with Tails. I'm still on the fence. Do we want mine colonies in Tails? part of me really wants it. But the thing is, it would have to be kind of gated because you're not really in dimensions for a while that are suitable for it. So I don't know. It would have to, in the case of Tails, it would have to be something more later game. So that's why I haven't put it into Tails and why I probably won't put it into Tails. But I do love mine colonies. I just want to pack, like Sprout was perfect for mine colonies, I felt like. There's that. And I guess kitchen sinks probably would be too. Like this pack. What in the world? Oh, Space Wars. So this is like, oh, what was the name of Jabba the Hutt's sand barge thing? I can't remember, but that's what it makes me think of. I guess that's basically what Space Wars is supposed to be like. I don't see it that much, but kind of. It's supposed to be like Tatooine-ish, which I know. I don't know. I guess so. That's Mesa. And then we've got stone. These are the really, really fancy ones. I do love this, though. This was the end. This is how it was back in the original, or the older versions. And it had this like little sawmill area, which is pretty cool. And then the wooden one would copy that. But naturally, we're going to go with the Nordic style one. And we're going to set this up. I'm thinking over in here. Kind of close to this little like forest area, perhaps. Oh, I love the saplings all set up. That's nice. Okay, well, let's go. Yeah, we're going to go. They're going to be doing their lumber work up here, I think. It's kind of what I'm thinking. So, oops. Is that the... Yeah, that's kind of like the main entrance. So we're going to set this up and have it setting up here, I think. I'm going to drop it one more layer, but let's go ahead and just push it back. Drop it to there. And we'd have to bring the dirt up around here, but that's not a problem. Yeah. I think I want it here. I think that's going to look pretty cool. And from off at a distance, yeah. Yeah, we're going to go with that. And I got it on the right elevation that I want. Yes. Okay, so let's go ahead. Boom. And... oh, it's right here. Okay. Let's go ahead and say build options, build building. Okay. And I did load him down with some shovels and stuff like that. So I know we can automate that with them, and we might at some point. I don't know. But the thing about mine colonies is we could spend months with just mine colonies. I'd like to do a pack or a series that's just based around mine colonies, I think. And not have all this, like, junk, like tech and stuff like that in the way of that, I think. Here's what I would like to do. This series, as I mentioned before, is just kind of my test series. Like, okay, we're going to test these mods out, play around with some of these mods, because it had a good mod list. Okay, so what we're going to do today, we're going to start into this, not that, we're going to start into this hubbub of stuff. And the first thing we need to do is get a bunch of grains of infinity. Now, what I'm going to do, the way I'm going to do this, is let me, I don't even know why I come to this terminal anymore. Let me get flint and steel. And let me pop down in our mine that I haven't been in a while now. Let's pop down here. Woo! And let's go down to our bedrock area. And let's go ahead and just start lighting fires on all this, not there, on all this bedrock. Okay. And now we just wait. Grains of Infinity, probably my most hated crafting mechanic in the world. Mainly because generally you can't move bedrock. There we go. Collect the infinite. Normally you can't move bedrock in most packs. I don't know if there's a way in this pack to craft bedrock. Oh, it looks like it can come from the unclaimed black market cache. So there is that. I don't know if I'll ever bother with it, but it is there. And actually, out of curiosity, would this work? Because if this would work... So I got 43 hours. Should probably leave that in my inventory. Normally I have it put up, but it doesn't seem like it's working, so... Now, Grains of Infinity are very easy to automate as well. But the problem, especially on servers, the problem is it tends to be a little bit laggy. In my experience. So, we're going to be doing this a little bit differently. There we go. Okay, so we got our four Grains of Infinity. I'm just going to warp back up. I don't need any more. And what we are going to do... Oh, and by the way, I'm done with this. This is finished running. I don't need it no more. And so I've got that turned off at the moment. But what we're going to do is we are going to get ourselves... You know what? Instead of having to do this every time, because it's icky, let's just teach our system how to make base crafting seeds, how to make Tier 1 crafting seeds, how to make Tier 2 crafting seeds. Once you have an AE system and everything's like cheap, you should never, ever have to make things again. Welcome to AE2, where Minecraft becomes button-click simulator. I love AE2 and I hate AE2. Like, it's these mixed emotions, I swear. Alright, so let's get our Tier 4 crafting seed, our Tier 5 crafting seed, and our Tier 6 crafting seed. Yeah. Let's just put that into there. Okay, so let me teach it. And you'll notice I did teach you how to make signal upgrade kits, resonant conversion kits, and resonant upgrade kits. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to order ourselves a set of Tier 2 crafting seeds, which I don't... Actually, I think I do have prosperity. I just don't think I have it in here. Maybe I don't. I've been using it quite a bit. Yes, I have prosperity. Let's go ahead and do that. It's probably going to drain the water a bit quicker, but that's okay. Yeah, but we got our Grains of Infinity Essence. I need 5 of them to make 8. Okay. This is a whole lot easier, though, and a lot more bearable than farming it the traditional way. I feel like that's not having, like, any effect. There, you gotta do it there. Oh my gosh. Grow, my minion. Grow. Grow. What is this madness? It reminds me of like one of those GIFs with like where the image just keeps like quick swapping or whatever. Look at the power drain. Like it's actually eating some power right now. That's okay. Go, go, go. And if we look in here, let's take a look at our Grains of Infinity. We already have 64 of them. So that's the thing. All right. Let me go ahead and teach you the recipe. And we're going to say that if you take your Grains of Infinity, oops, you do that. There we go. And actually, let me go ahead and order, there's 2 more patterns, but they're not expensive. Let's go ahead and order 30 of those. Okay. Let's drop that into there. Alright, now I need, I think, 16. Let's go ahead and just order, no crafting CPUs. Got to make more CPUs for this system. But I could just not be lazy and just do this. Craft, craft. There we go. Quest completed, Grains of Infinity. So there's that, and we got a pet rock. Okay, now next up, the starting chassis. I want us to get 3 of these. Sounds good. We're going to automate it. So, basically, once you get an AE system, and if AE is not expensive, just auto-craft everything. Like if it's a machine that you're going to be using, or especially machine blocks like this, and in expert packs, just automate it all. You know, every machine, like, okay, I'm going to automate the thermal expansion redstone furnace, and I'm going to automate the pulverizer, and I'm going to automate the sag mill, and I'm going to automate hours, because you need like tons of things half the time. And then can I order 3 chassis? Now, it did it as iron alloy. I don't want iron alloy. Iron alloy is an alloy that was created, which basically stretches out your iron. This right here stretches out your iron. You can make it an alloy smelter, and it takes like iron, copper, and then 1 random ingot of your choosing, pretty much. But it's generally something that you will never, ever use, in my experience, because you always have lots of iron. And generally in modern day expert packs, they're like, oh, here's infinite materials on your 2nd day. Or something like Ozone, you have sieving, where you've got infinite materials right out the gate, pretty much. So, toss that into there. And let me order 3 chassis. And they shouldn't, yeah, they're already done. Okay. There we go. So we got 50 gold and an enchanted book with Uncover. Alright, and then next up they want us to get the simple powered furnace and the simple alloy smelter. And then we need to get 32 conduit binder and capacitate, which is a basic capacitor. Okay, now at this point we need to automate conduit binder. Boom. We need to automate, set this to processing. We need to automate that. We need to automate basic capacitors. Whoops. Basic capacitors. We need to automate double layer capacitors. We need to automate, I need to get patterns. There's 30 of those. Let me go ahead and order like another 100. No, because I'll probably be using this. 30 will last me for a bit. Let me go ahead and automate. Let me set this to processing. And let me teach you how to make pulverized coal through the pulverizer. So if you take coal, you're going to get that. I'm not going to have it doing the sulfur. I don't want it to recognize that as a sulfur recipe. I want it to only recognize it as pulverized coal recipe. And then we're going to go ahead and teach it the octadic capacitor. And then have I ever taught it how to make, I've not taught it how to make glowstone blocks. So let's go ahead and pull back up. There's a couple things I'm going to have to automate here. First up, set it to crafting. First up, let's teach it how to craft the energetic alloy. Then teach it how to auto-craft the vibrant alloy. Then we'll teach it how to craft glowstone blocks. And I think there we go. There's like half of AE or half of Ender IO automated. So then we can just click to order all the things. And this is why I love and hate AE2. Like, it's super convenient when you've been through this stuff a lot, but at the same time it turns your Minecraft experience to mine-click experience. And truthfully, you generally don't do much mining in Minecraft modded, really, either. So, let's see. So all of that stuff's automated. Let's go ahead and order... let's go ahead and order a half stack of conduit binder. And let's go ahead. I'm just going to craft capacitors. Oh, and you know something else I should teach you how to make is gold nuggets. That's how you craft that. Right now I don't have copper seeds. I probably should get some copper seeds up and going. But there's our conduit binder. Quest complete. And then I also, now that I've got conduit binder automated, I want to go ahead and automate all of this for making item conduits. And then let's go ahead and pull up our simple stuff. And I want to go ahead and get simple powered furnace. And are these used to make the advanced tiers? They are. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go ahead and automate them and all their component parts. So do I have furnaces automated? I do not. So simple powered furnace, that's what you need to craft it. And no, it's iron. We should stop doing that. And then here's how you make a furnace. Here's how you make a bucket. And then here's how you make a stone gear. And that was, yeah, that was using stone gears that I want. Cool. And then also, here's how you make stone bricks. Which I don't actually have stone in here automated, but I do have 853 of it. So I think that'll be good for now. We could just automate it with magical seeds, I guess, but... Okay, so that's the simple powered furnace, and then the simple alloy smelter is pretty much the same thing. Pretty much all the same materials, so we'll go ahead and teach you how to make that also. And perhaps we should go ahead and teach you how to make the simple sag mill, because I think this will be used to, yeah, to make the advanced one. So there's that. We may have to automate the other ones too, but that's a good starting point. So let's go ahead and order ourselves a simple powered furnace. If we take a look, okay, that's already done, as fast as I look. And then a simple alloy smelter. There's that. There's that. Alloys and enemies. Task complete, quest complete, advancement made. Cool. So we finished these quests here. Let's go ahead and get that. That. Explorer's hat. And we've got special blends. They want us to get the industrial dye blend and the attuned dye blend, which is riveting, to say the least. Where's the quest for the sag mill? I guess it's not around here. They want us to get energetic alloy, electrical steel, and vibrant alloy. Okay, now most of this we have automated. I don't think we have electrical steel. We do not. And that is iron, coal, and silicon, correct? Or silicon and steel if we have that, but yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and set up our alloy smelter. And I'm just, for right now, I'm just going to put it right back here. So it's got power, and let's go ahead and just throw these in. It's just like, nope. You don't have the power for that. You don't have the power to make that happen. There we go. Now we got power again. These things aren't very efficient, though, and they've got leakage, and that was just making it leak faster, probably. That's, I mean, just a single speed upgrade's got it slightly leaking. Or slightly running out of power. Okay, there we go. There's that. And to make the electrical steel seeds, these are tier 3. And realistically, I don't have any interest in agrocrafting all these. We agrocrafted the important ones. We'll probably be agrocrafting diamond seeds also. But there's really no point in agrocrafting these. So, go ahead and get your growth on so I can slot this. There we go. And you know what? Let's grow like crazy again. That's always fun. Yes. Like, look at this. It's like spitting out so much electrical steel the item conduits don't know what to do. They're just like, oh my gosh. There's so much of this stuff. Okay, cool. This item is just so broken. It's so broken. It's ridiculous. There's that. I try not to use it too much. But just certain things. Like, that way I can go ahead and slot electrical steel and I have enough to finish out this quest and stuff like that. Let's go ahead and just grab like 20 of this. And Then let's get our other alloys. So give me like, I don't know, 10 of that. There we go. That's done. And then next up we have dark steel, solarium, and pulsating iron. Okay. Now pulsating iron I've got. So there's that quest done. Now dark steel and solarium. Do I have solarium? I don't think so, because I don't think we were able to make it in the... we weren't able to make it in the thing, so I don't have it. And realistically, I don't think I have enough cloches. I've got to get cloches automated. Yeah, I've only got space for one more. Well, we're going to automate dark steel because it's used for more things usually. So that's iron, pulverized coal, and obsidian. I'll have to get the next cloche room set up. I was like, oh, well, I'll build another cloche room. So that way we have some cloches to play with. But it's not enough. By any stretch of the imagination, it is not enough. Let me go ahead and just get the stuff for like, say, 12 solarium. Okay, now that's going to take a second to run. Next quest here is the basic capacitor bank. Let's go ahead and teach it how to make basic capacitor banks. Which we will not be using, I don't think, because we've got flux networks, which replaces that pretty well. Like kitchen sinks, they're fun to play on occasion, but there's just so much overlap. And since I haven't played a kitchen sink in a while, like especially with the tech, I look at it and I'm just like, why? Why would I want to do all these things? But it's my goal to finish out all the quests. So that's why we want to do all these things. There's like a couple things from each tech mod we'll use, kind of, but most of the stuff. Magnesium fry pan. Okay. Super knockback. Party time. How's this coming along? Slowly. Keep draining that power out. Okay, now next up, there is the simple photovoltaic sail. This is something that we are definitely going to want to automate. So, simple photovoltaic sail. We need to teach it how to make. It's got electrical steel. We need to teach it. Let me wait on that. And the reason being, I want to set up an alloy smelter, but I'd like to push on towards this alloy smelter first. So they want us to get item conduits and pressurized fluid conduits. These are the ones that take fused quartz. Can we make fused quartz through anything? No. I don't know if we could make it through the induction smelter or not. And while that's running, let's go ahead and pull up the alloy smelter, like the proper one. But I think we're going to need the industrial machine chassis, which takes that silly die. But we can run it through the induction smelter. But I'm going to have to automate this mess of stuff. Okay, well there is our fused quartz. Boom. And we're just going to let that solarium just kind of run in the background. Now, dark steel seeds. Let's go ahead and take a look at these real quick. Those are tier 4. So there's that. And what I'd like to do is just kind of automate all the seeds as we go, because we've got plenty of essence now. And then let's go ahead and do our super fast method here. There's dark steel. I'd like to put solarium in this room. So I might figure out a place for like one more cloche. I've got the space because this is all connected over to that drawer controller that's over there. So that's not a problem. What I want to do, let's see, if we were to set up, let's go ahead. I ordered some interfaces earlier. So we've got 10 of these. Let me grab our crescent hammer out. And I think originally this was going to be like a thermal dedicated room, but I just don't have that many thermal machines. Because I actually don't know of much that we're going to need like the fluid transposer magma crucible combo for in this pack, because most of the stuff that makes we have seeds for. I mean, that's the problem. When there's magical crops, it's just like you just seed everything. So you never have to like make alloys. You know, the alloy smelter like loses so much of its usage. But if we set that up there and we have like an alloy smelter that's just connected, dedicated with this ME interface, which will be this one, but it's like clunking away at solarium at the moment. Which, how much solarium do I need for that quest? I needed 8. Okay, so it's still got to kick away. Let's go ahead and get our pressurized fluid conduits, which I'm not going to automate these because we'll probably never make them again. So there we go. There's 50 gold. Because we're going to make the ender fluid conduits, which are way... No, that's ender energy. There's ender fluid, though. Okay. It's way at the end there. No, it goes around. Okay, it goes around this way. Speedy extracts is the next quest here. This is just electrical steel piston. Okay. Let's go ahead and make conduit speed upgrades. Let's teach you how to make these things. It should know how to make everything in this recipe. So these will be useful. This is one of the things that's actually useful since we're using the conduits from Ender IO, which normally I advise not to use them. They're kind of boring, I think, just because they're one of those things where it's like power creep and they just do it all, like all in one block space, and I'm not a big fan of that, but it is what it is, I guess. So let's go ahead and just order like 4 of those. I think that's what they wanted for that quest. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. Quest completed. And now we have to do the alloy smelter. And then there's the enhanced alloy smelter. Okay. Well, for the regular alloy smelter, we need dark bimetal gears, which takes infinity bimetal gears, which is this with iron nuggets. Let's go ahead. I haven't taught it how to make iron nuggets yet, so I'm going to have to do that. But there's that. There's iron nuggets. And then dark steel nuggets. There's how you make that. And then dark bimetal gears. There's how you make that. I'll fill up these molecular assemblers like quick. Okay, and then back to the alloy smelter. There's how you make a cauldron. There's how you make the alloy smelter itself. And then I've got to teach it how to do this. And this is going to be processing. We're just going to do it through the induction smelter, I think. So the industrial machine chassis, that's how you make that. And let me go ahead and order some more patterns already. Let's order 40 of the things. Induction smelter, there you go. There's those. Is that solarium done yet? It is. Okay, so task completed. We got 50 gold there. Oh, we need the 16 dark steel. And that is a quest completed also. We got a cactus sword. The industrial dye blend. Let's go ahead and just... For starters, let's go ahead and just teach it how to do this. So if you want to make it, that's what you need to know. And we're going to go ahead for this one and say, or dictionary substitutions are great. Do that. So there we go. And we need organic green dye. Any kind of lapis dust. And then we need organic black dye also. So what we're going to do, let's teach it a couple recipes here. So patterns. And these are going to go into the alloy smelter. We're going to have a pattern for... well, actually, let's take a look at like lapis dust. Oh, I need lapis seeds. I think it'll be okay for now. I'll have to get those set up. I'm like quickly running out of lapis here. Where did that... what in the world? Alright. So anyways, lapis lazuli powder is uncraftable. What about crushed lapis? We can do this in the pulverizer. Okay, beautiful. Let's set this to that. Pulverizer, there's how you make that. And then we need to teach it how to make, I think the nether quartz it's got under control. No, it doesn't. We're going to need to teach it how to crush nether quartz. Okay, it's got that recipe. That's what it is. Okay, so we don't need that. But then we need to teach it how to make the organic dyes. Organic black dye is pulverized coal and a slime ball through the alloy smelter. So that's how you make that. And then the organic green dye is, there's the clippings and trimmings, but you have to have a sag mill to make those. So we're not going to bother with those. We're going to go with the green dye because our system can make green dye. We've got dye seeds. I haven't automated all the dyes, which I'll need to do that. Pulverized coal and any kind of slime ball to make that. So there we go. And then I think at that point, I think we've got everything that we need for this, right? Yeah. Okay, so we're going to throw in, let's see, that'll go into there. That's all going to go into the nothing slot. And then this is going to go into the pulverizer slot. And then let me teach it how to make cactus green. Oh no. Do we have nature? We do. Okay, so that's how you make cactuses. And then if you want to make cactus green, because that one you can't make with the dye essence, I forgot. Redstone furnace, smelt that cactus. There you go. Okay, now I need to move this simple alloy smelter over for right now. And I do need to, one other thing I want to teach you how to make is fused quartz while we're at it. Even though I think... quartz glass would work in place of a lot of those recipes. Okay, now I'm not really seeing it on there, so let's teach you how to do that as well. And that's going to go into the nothing one as well. Okay, so we'll just drop that down right there. And then if I was to order our chassis, you can do it. Beautiful. Really, I should order a few of these, but I'm going to wait till we upgrade the alloy smelter to do that. And let's go ahead and set the configuration on this to push-pull to the back. Okay. That should be able to craft that up for us. And those dye blends, that's the worst thing is you don't ever touch the stuff. So it like vanishes and you don't get the quest reward. Okay, so there's our industrial machine chassis. Advancement made, challenge complete, advancement made, quest complete. Okay. What all did I just complete? Something Ender IOs here. Because I think we picked some up from a dungeon loot or something. So we completed that. Okay. We're making a dent. Once we get through this, it's actually not too bad. It's pretty quick to work your way through it. Because we've actually got a lot of this already automated, in fact. There's our die. Task completed. And now let's go ahead and order our actual alloy smelter. There we go. And we can toss this old one now. Goodbye. We are going to need a capacitor for this. But let me go ahead and set this to alloys only. And push pull to the back. And then let's get a capacitor. I've got a heaven sent, which is a global level 1.56. Starting generator farming station size. Yeah, this will be fine. I'm not that worried about it, to be perfectly honest. I think in this case an octatic would probably be even better for us. Let's actually try an octatic. Well, actually, let's see. These are global level 3. Yeah. So we'll just order an octatic, whatever. They're free, so. There we go. And we'll just throw that into there. Okay. So that's plugged up. We now have an alloy smelter. Yay. And the next quest here, well, we need to teach it to make the photovoltaic sail, and we do need to teach it to make soul attuned dye blend, which takes soul powder and brown dye. Soul powder is solarium pulverized. Okay, let's go ahead and teach it then how to make soul powder through the pulverizer. And let's go ahead and teach it how to make the organic brown dye also, which is going to be, for us, it's going to be slime balls with cocoa beans and pulverized coal. Which cocoa beans are made with nature essence. So let me set this to crafting. There we go. And actually our patterns are all done, so let's grab those also. And let's teach it the soul attuned dye blend. And while we're at it, let's go ahead. We'll go ahead and teach it this one. We can't make this just yet, but we'll go ahead and teach it because we need a sag mill, or better yet, a manufacturer. It's a whole lot faster. But we need a sag mill to run pulsating crystals. Technically, we can make it. Let's go ahead and teach it that, just to get that out of the way. And then let me order a batch of the soul attuned dye blend. And that quest is done. And I also want to teach it how to make photovoltaic sails now. So this requires infinity bimetal gear, which we've already taught it. It requires the electrical steel and the quite clear glass, or any kind of fused glass. Oh, that's fused glass though. Okay, wait a second. Let me teach it how to make quite clear glass. There's that. And then the photovoltaic sail, we do need the photovoltaic plates, which are photovoltaic composite, which is the crushed lapis, the pulverized coal, and the silicon. So let's teach it that. And there's how you make a simple photovoltaic sail. So let me just order one of these. And we'll give it just a moment here to craft this stuff up. I want to go get some blizzes so we can start making resonant upgrade kits. I mean, that's the only part that we don't have is blizzes, which really we just need to kill some. And then I can make the monster chunks for it. So there's that. Quest completed. Wonderful. And these are basically solar panels. Okay, so next up, the alloy smelter, and we need a sag mill as well for that quest. So let's teach it how to make a proper sag mill, which is just like this. And let's order said sag mill. We're missing flint. Okay. I think I've got some flint actually in the smith that I haven't moved over. Okay, so let's get that ordered. And while that's crafting, if we pull up our supremium ingots, let me go ahead. I think I've got the supremium for it. If I can find it in here. I'm like being blind. There it is. Let me go ahead and just get... That broke the thing. Let me get that. So there's our 64 supremium ingots. Which I think we've already completed that quest. Yeah. And then we need the insanium, which we do not have much of. Yeah, I don't have enough for that. Well, our sag mill is done, though. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to take this ME interface. We're going to set this up. It's going to go right there, like that. And I'm going to go ahead and put one right here also. And then, really, while I'm at it, I could go ahead and attach, because that's all already split off. Yeah, so let's do that as well. So that's going to be the max machines that go in this room here. And then let me get a capacitor. Just an octatic would be fine. And we'll just toss that into there. And then we're going to set this to push-pull on the back. There we go. And that is now configured for automation. Okay. So that quest we get 33 salt. So the next up they want us to get the enchanter. Easy enough. I'm not going to automate that. Just because it's super simple to craft. Like, I just need a book. Which this does not know how to make books. Let me teach you how to make books. So you take leather, you take paper, presto. And if I was to order like a book, missing paper. Okay, what's the best way for me to make paper? I mean, we could automate a presser, or I could just not worry about it. It's not like I really need books at the moment. Yeah. I don't actually have like a sugarcane farm or anything. Though, can you make... You can make it with nature essence. Okay. Wait a second. That's how we're going to do it. We're just going to power our entire base with magical crops. There we go. That's how you make sugarcane. And then from there, there's how you make paper. And did we ever automate leather? No. So, there's how you make leather. And we just automate all the things. There's an enchanter. Yay, quest complete. And we get arrow, spiral, TNT. Then we need 2 double layer capacitors. 75 gold. And then advanced photovoltaic cells. We're going to do this recipe here, I think. And I think it knows how to make... Oh, it needs enlightened. Does it really? Yeah, it needs enlightened fused quartz. So let's teach you how to make processing. There's how you make enlightened fused quartz. And then we need to teach you how to make a daylight sensor also. So that is just like that. And then I need to teach you how to make slabs. Oh, we're running out of molecular assembler slots. No. Photovoltaic cell, advanced. I need more lapis. 1 second. I think I might have more up here. I've got a little bit. I may have some blocks. I didn't check the block chest, but... Okay, so let's order that. And then... Next up they have us making dark steel grinding balls. I'm not going to automate those because there's just not much point. But... There's a bit of dark steel. There's that. And there's our advanced photovoltaic cell. Yeah! We got cheesecake. And We got mine dynamite. And then they have a quest for the standard capacitor bank. Yeah, let's do it. And it's kind of depressing because this is like, once you hit 82, this is like modded Minecraft in a nutshell. Click 82 buttons all day. Oh, it's depressing. I feel like I need to get out and explore already again. Is that not going to register? Oh no! It's charging. Wait a second. Okay, so what I'm going to have to do... I cannot clear it. What I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to make a capacitor bank. Another one. One that does not have any power in it. There we go. Drop it into here. And let me try this then. Okay, quest completed. Great. It's like a random, you have to manually craft this quest thrown in there. Alright. That and that. There's 16 arrows. Okay. So now we're kind of at the back half of Ender.io. Oh, and over here there's a random quest to get a moonstone. Coming soon. I went to the moon and all I got was a stupid shirt. Patreon's only inventory bets. Okay. Yeah, so anyways, we've reached this point in Ender.io, and it's really just, I mean, wireless charging we won't use. We got Flex Network. Soulbinder, probably won't use it because, well, we might for some powered spawners. We might go the Ender.io method for those. Sounds like I have like a random slime somewhere. And then we've got staves. Travel anchors we'll probably use, and maybe teleportation. The Vite randomly here. Instill ingots. Enhanced dye blend. Enhanced alloy smelter. Dimensional transceiver. We won't use that probably. We have other ways already of moving items and power wirelessly. That we won't use. That we won't use. Okay, so there's a couple things here we'll actually use, but not much. But next episode, we'll go ahead and finish this out. I also want to... Well, we really can't put a dent in this. We're waiting... This is pretty much what I'm working on right now, is getting that knocked out. But we will probably finish out the... Unless there's something unforeseeable, we'll finish out the Ender.io quest next episode. And then we're probably going to go kill a boss or something. Just get out of the base, because this tech stuff is... It's a bit draining, usually. So, we'll probably set out to go kill a boss, and then, or after we finish out all this. So, we'll finish out all this. And then we might do some miscellaneous quests, because we do have a lot of just miscellaneous junk in here to do. So, we'll probably try to finish out some of that, maybe. I do want to go take out these two here pretty soon, also. So, that's something we might tackle before too long. But we'll see. We shall see. So, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I know it was riveting, edge of your seat excitement, but it's a big part of this pack, actually. It's just kind of just working through these quests. And I did promise you guys we're going to knock out all the quests and challenges in this. It's really not that bad. It's going to be a pretty short series, probably. But that's kind of my goal, is just to go through and do all the challenges. And then check out a couple mods, which we're going to do after our first real push into tech, which will probably be, our first push into tech will be just finishing out Ender.io and thermal expansion, which might be next episode. We'll see. Just knocking those out, getting the quests out of the way. We've pretty much got everything already from thermal that I want. So the rest is just basically just knocking out the quests real quick. And then the rest of Ender.io will go pretty quick. We don't really have much automating left. I don't think much stuff that we want to automate. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, as always, be sure and hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe if you're not already. Stay updated with when new videos come out, and I hope to see you guys next time. So until then, as always, do take care, stay safe. I'll see you guys then.